So we got to do that like the we just met for the first time intro. So welcome to the Breakfast Lab. You're back home in Canada after your SA tour. Where are you right now?
I'm back home in Ottawa, the capital. So I'm have a few days to just chill at home and spend time with family.
What is the best thing about being home?
For me, I am just like it's the comfort. My family's obviously here. My closest friends are here, but I have, this is my safe place, and I rely on it pretty heavily to like stay grounded and kind of recuperate after being away, whether it's a short amount of time or a long amount of time. I really, really rely on it. The house is a disaster, as you can probably see. So we're like late to spring cleaning, but trying to kind of get everything organized before we leave again.
I'll just pretend it's one of those Zoom meeting backdrops, so we don't have to worry about that one.
Love that.
You were recently in South Africa. How was the tour? You were there for a few weeks, I think.
I was there for a couple weeks. It was beautiful. That part of the world is really stealing our hearts in a big way. We're trying to come to you guys and try to actually make it. You're the first to know that we tried to make it desperately happen this time. And literally because of scheduling, we had to get back home for some shows here. But next time we come to South Africa, which we're actually planning, we're gonna head a little north to you guys.
Please.
Yeah, it was crazy overwhelming to see the support that we got from that part of the world. And you guys were a big brunt of that. And I think that the way you guys are just as people and the vibe, it's so different from what I'm used to. And so every time me and the band and the team that came with us this time, I can't tell you how just comfortable we feel there. And so I think it's a part of the world that will be a huge part of our lives.
Jamie, the shows look amazing. It's the crowd, it's the band, it's yourself. It's like everyone is the best version of themselves when, that hour and a half you have. But before you head out to the stage, let's go 5 minutes before you jump on stage. Traditions, superstitions, anything you do right before you hit the stage.
Love that. I don't think I've ever been asked that in an interview before. So we do this like team huddle where we just kind of spend a second with ourselves and talk about what we want to achieve for that hour and a half on stage. And one of our favorite things to do is like have new people in that huddle every time. So wherever we are in the world, and if the promoters are there, we had some radio people in the last huddle. Like we just love being able to include that process with new people. I'm thankfully not a nervous performer. And so I'm the typical just kind of like chill, and I can hang out with people before a show and I'm not really bothered by it. I think there's a couple minutes before I get on stage where I like to just kind of sit by myself. And I try to set that boundary now of like, hey, everybody out, just like let me just sit with myself a little bit. And I think it's like a healthy, selfish thing that I can do so I can give as much of myself on stage as I want, every time. But other than that, I don't have any I'm like anticlimactic, dude. I have no superstitions, no nothing. I just want to go on and have a good time.
I was really hoping to catch you while you were still in the essay, but you beat me to it because I was like getting bribe money for like border officials. We were going to get you in Nam without the necessary paperwork. We were just going to make it happen. And for two reasons. One, it would be so freaking cool to see like a live gig of yours. And I feel bragging rights for Namibia. Then we can up our amount of Canadian performers we've had here to two. Brian Adams visited us once.
I was going to say, was it Brian Adams?
It was Brian Adams. Who else? But a big reason was on your TikToks. This is so cool. I want people to go check it out. It's at jamiefine music, so they can go see for themselves. You do this thing where you have this little mobile recording setup, and then you find yourself in these like weird spots or places or situations, and then you sing your songs. And I've seen a few where you're getting tattooed, you're getting your hair done. In the pool. And I think when you were in SA, you were at Solari's Pass, an animal sanctuary, and a testament to Ethiopian Airlines' safety and security in the cockpit with the captains.
Oh my God.
I want to brag about Namibia. Like, if you want that epic backdrop, then like I feel we are going to hit your top 5 with the spaces. Like, we have the business. But what started this? Because it's such a cool, weird little, I don't know, almost glimpse into your life. It's like okay, guys, I'm here at this place, but without doing it in that dull way. Like, how did that start?
I have always really, candidly struggled with social media. It's something that, I'm not a content creator. I didn't sign up to be a content creator. And I think that because of the nature of how big social media is across every industry in the world, artists had to find ways to be as creative as possible, right? To promote their music. And initially, I really struggled with it because I'm not somebody who wants to like hop on a trend. Like, I don't want to do the same as everybody
Yeah.
else. I think that's the problem now, is that everyone's doing the same as everyone else. So nobody has this like tangible career. With me and my music, I wanted the content to be an extension of who I am. And I don't take myself too seriously, but I'm also super emotional and I want that to come across in the content. I love visiting places and I'm not shy of like the hard work that it takes to like bring my whole setup and set up somewhere that
Yeah.
like is not practical in any
Yeah.
way, shape, or form. But what I found was the first video I did it, which was just in my kitchen, I think people kind of connected to it. And I realized, oh, okay, well, if I'm going to all these places, I might as well bring my setup with me and see how it goes. And it just connected. And I'm thankful for that because it's a way that I don't have to do content that I'm not proud of. It's
Yeah.
content that I love actually doing.
Canada, your country, there's this like immense level of talent. And Jamie, I mean, you are so talented yourself, but it doesn't mean you don't bust your ass to get where you are. So, what is your musical origin story?
I've known what I've wanted to do since I was in grade 7, so about 12 years old. And I'm really lucky that I've had that kind of, path laid out for me in my head. I used to sing when I was a kid. I grew up with my dad playing piano, the classics over the rainbow type stuff. And I think it was instilled in me from a pretty young age. So by the time I could, find my voice, I think I felt, okay, this is what I want to do for the
Yeah.
rest of my life. And I'm that person, this doesn't work for everybody. So don't use me as a role model here, but I'm a plan A type person. I don't have a plan B because I think I don't want that secure net under me in case I fall. I am a problem solver, and I'm the kind of person that like if something's not working, it's a me issue. I will find another way to do it. You know what I mean? And I think you kind of have to be that way when with that plan A mentality. And so my drive for music has just been instilled in me from such a young age that was the only thing that I knew was going to kind of satisfy me career wise. And I've tried, not to say that I haven't tried other things. I went to
Yeah.
culinary school and I cooked and I opened a business and it was beautiful. But the only thing that feeds my soul the way I need it fed is music.
You said your dad played piano. I saw you were teasing a song. This is a while ago, and it was sort of a sped up version and a little fast forwarded thing in the studio. You were playing piano. What else do you play?
Oh, I don't play piano. I'm really good at faking it.
That video was meh.
God bless you.
Jamie, I don't know how to define your music, and I feel like that's okay because it should be about enjoyment, it should be about feeling, regardless genre, who cares? But instead, I don't know, you have this vibe with your music, like how I feel my personal takeaway is your music makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. There's this like hang in there vibe, and a million different people will hear your music and they'll feel a million different things. But what about you when you write music? Is it emotion evokes music or music evokes emotion?
That's a beautiful question. I think it's both. I have, I'm a very selfish writer, and I've learned the hard way that I have to be that way in order to create like the most authentic music I can.
Yeah.
It for me, it definitely, stems from emotion. I'm an outrageously emotional person, and I feel those highs and lows pretty intensely, and that's what I choose music as my outlet to be able to kind of function or process my emotions. And I always say to people that, like, as selfish as I am with my music, I want other people to be selfish with it as well. So
Yeah.
I have this, for example, this project. I haven't actually said this in an interview before, but I have this project dropping June 21st, and it's an EP. And it's the first project I've made that is completely not linear. Like it's all of my emotions doing this throughout it talks about different relationships, different
Yeah.
feelings, and I was selfish in the way that I needed a project to be able to do that. And so with other people, I want them to be selfish with my music as well. What I do is so emotional, and music, as you say, is like it's how a lot of people cope and process their own emotions. And it's part of our everyday life with everybody around the world. That what I want to achieve with my music is being able to have people feel a little less lonely or have people feel like it's going to be okay, even when it's the tough issues. Not all my music is happy. In fact, a lot of it is sad. But the point is that people can take that and be able to process what they're feeling a little bit easier. So yeah, definitely starts out with emotion, emotion that creates the music
Yeah.
versus the vice versa.
We had like this nice serious talk now, and I want to change it up a bit because Canada, yourself included, I've only met a handful of Canadian people, and there's this like stereotype on the internet or in the world that Canada is the friendliest place, and you are living up to that stereotype. The music stars you produce, the film stars, freaking Ryan Reynolds. I'm looking so forward to the new Deadpool one of these days. Maple syrup, I've only had it once because our currency is awful and it's so expensive.
I'll send some to you.
Oh, please, please. So it's for sure on my bucket list to visit/run away to one day. But there's something about Canada. There's certain Canadian town names that are quite dirty, that make me laugh like a little kid, and it just makes me want to visit so much more because if I can get like a shirt with that town name on, I will be so happy. So humor me if you will, Jamie. Let's play a little game. I will list a supposed name, and then Jamie, you need to tell me, is it a Canadian town or just random dirty words?
Okay, all right.
Crotch Lake.
God, I wouldn't put it past us. I wouldn't put it past us. I'm gonna say dirty word.
Canadian town.
No, where?
Canadian town. What about Big Beaver?
God, that's gotta be a Canadian town.
Canadian town.
Yeah, we're Big Beaver guys.
Knob Creek.
Yes.
Random. It is a good whiskey though.
I was gonna say it's a whiskey. I thought it was a Canadian whiskey.
Okay, the last three. Spread Eagle.
It's gotta be a Canadian town.
Canadian town. Lube Valley.
Please be a random word.
It's a random word.
Oh, thank God.
And the last one, I think this. Dildo.
It is. My parent-in-laws have visited there and brought back some beer.
Oh, dildo beer. Do I ask the taste?
Nope, you just keep it right there.
Let's just rather drink milk. Jamie, what's the future hold in terms of albums, tours, singles, wedding bells?
Oh, love that. Yeah, my partner and I celebrated our 3-year anniversary a few days ago, and in lesbian years, that's about 75,000. So I think duty calls to get married soon. There's tons of music coming. I have that EP. It's called If This Is It, and it's kind of, I wanted to put this project together that if this was the last set of music I could ever release, this is the set of songs that I would want everybody to hear from me and my brand. And that's dropping June 21st. I'm really excited for it. I just dropped like our summer single, which is tough because you guys are a complete opposite of us.
Yes.
So it's getting cold there, and I'm like, what the heck? But we'll wait. You guys can wait till summer to listen to it. But yeah, that just dropped.
June 21st for a reason? Is our winter solstice your summer solstice?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of the I think it's kind of this time of year that people, are getting out of school. They want to start listening to music a little bit more. They have more time to do that. They're starting to hang out with friends again. And I think that for us, where I grew up, that part of the year is some of the only part of the year that's nice weather for us, right? And it makes gives everyone a little boost of serotonin. So I think it was kind of the perfect time on our end, for, again, what I'm used to growing up to put out some music, and hopefully it'll get you guys through your winter and then you can celebrate in the summer.
Before I let you go, just a couple quick random questions just to get your thoughts on things of the world, be it the big wide world or your world.
Let's get it.
Who do you miss more when you're on tour, your girlfriend or your dog?
Oh my God, you're trying to get me single. My girlfriend, definitely. I love Jasper, but my girlfriend.
Choose one social media platform to get rid of forever.
TikTok. I know that's controversial because that's the thing that blew up my life, but it's going to be the death of me. It's going to be the death of me.
What was the first gig you went to?
Ooh, Backstreet Boys.
Really?
Yeah, Shaggy opened up for them. I remember going, and it was supposed to be this other opener, and they canceled. And so Shaggy came out, and that was when like that song was, but that wasn't me. Then I met another
Mr. Lover, Lover.
Yeah. And it was like my mom was like, "Who's this?" Like, I had no idea. But me and my sister were rocking out.
What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
50 Cent. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, I like it. What is the favorite song of your own to play live?
Ooh, I would say two. If anything's left, because I can put the mic to the crowd and it's beautiful. My favorite song to perform is the one we close with. It's called "For You," and I wrote it about my partner, and it brings it's the one I play guitar in, and it brings the crowd together in a really beautiful way. And lyrically, it's one of my favorites I've ever written. It's just fun for us on stage.
Your favorite artist of all time? If you want, we can make a bit of a list, like a top 5 or a top 3.
J. Cole is definitely at the top. Um, Steven Tyler, Aerosmith is like the big, yeah, really huge like inspo for me. And then third, I guess I would say um Adele for the non-cliche reasons. I think she's really unforgivably her, and
Yeah.
she makes no apologies for who she is. Beyond being wildly talented, she sets these boundaries in the industry that I think has protected her mental health. Where all these other artists or a lot of other artists have had to take these like huge pauses for negative reasons,
Yeah.
whereas she does preventative measures. I love how selfish she is in like very healthy ways so that she can be outrageously selfless in healthy ways.
One of my favorite things with her was when there was this horrible trend going on of artists on stage keep getting thrown with crap. And Adele, in a nightgown with all these people dressed nicely, said, "I'll fucking kill anyone who throws anything." And
How
beautiful,
cool.
beautiful. Jamie Fine, last two. One piece of Canadian slang you can teach us real quick.
It's not slang, but like we always say fam. I
Fam.
think Canadians started that. It was like for family, like we always say, like, what's up, fam? And like it's really annoying, but it's so addicting to say. I think that started in Toronto, so I'm gonna go with that one.
And then lastly, as a Canadian, let's be honest with ourselves. Is Nickelback as bad as the world says they are?
They are not. Nickelback is that's actually, you know what? I gotta throw them probably third as my favorite artists. I don't know why I didn't say them. Uh I actually met them and played on stage with them one
Oh,
time and
wow.
wrote a song with Chad Kruger, the leader. I've been a Nickelback fan for as long as I can remember and defended them to my core. Because I think, who doesn't sing Photograph when it comes on?
Look at this photograph. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
Tell me
That's
one
true.
person across the world that doesn't sing that song. There is seldom a song like that influential, that people absolutely wreck on, but sing every word to. And I think that's power in the music industry. So, yes, no, they are not as bad as everyone says. They're incredible.
You know what the problem is? Is the internet. It's like pineapple on pizza. It's really not bad, but the internet tells everyone it sucks. So
Thank
Nickelback not
you.
that bad. It tells everyone, hey, Nickelback is bad.
Go listen to Nickelback while eating a pineapple pizza, and everything's going to be fine in the world.
Jamie, you are so awesome. I want to say a huge thank you for having a chat with me today. This is so much fun. It's just, I mean, it's like catching up with someone I've known for a long time, but everything's so new, and it was truly, I think, like as we would say, it was just, it was a joel. So I want to
A
say just a huge
Joel.
thank you.
Okay, so here's the thing: is I got Lekker for South Africa tattooed on me. Now
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta get Joel. Now I gotta get Joel tattooed on me when I come to Namibia.
Can I do you one better if you come to Namibia? Our little
Yep.
country, we are the only country whose shape you can make with your hand. Like that is the shape of our country. I don't know if it's mirror flipped in the thing. So, and then extend there we go. That's Namibia.
Maybe that's the next tattoo, baby. Let's go. No, I honestly, I love doing this, and obviously beyond you being great, clearly, and you've asked some really beautiful questions that I haven't been really asked before in interviews. I'm really thankful for your country, and our, when if anything's left came out, and the label and I were looking at all the data and looking at how far it had spread. You guys were at the top of that list of really being a
Awesome.
catalyst, and I know that I don't want you guys thinking I'm any less um, outrageously thankful for everything that you've given me, because I haven't visited you yet. We are making it a priority to come there and party with you guys and chill with you guys so that we can show how thankful we are. So thank you for everything you've given me.
Well, thank you for what you've given us, the tunes, and we look forward to it. And whenever you start teasing that you're headed this way, just drop that picture on your socials and we'll know. There we go, Namibia.
There you go. I friggin' love you guys.
Jamie, thank you so much. Go have, what's the time there, by the way?
It's 10:30 a.m.
Damn, okay. It's 4:30 in the afternoon here, so go start your day.
Go have a glass of wine. I'm gonna have a coffee. We'll call it a day.